What's up, guys? Good morning. This is Anja Evenson and happy Motivational Monday. It is early in the morning. I just got back from Bikram yoga here recently. I'm in my pajamas. I'm post-sweaty. My hair is large and in charge this morning. But I just needed to make this Motivational Monday video. I didn't even care what I looked like, but I just got really inspired. So I just wanted to share this with you guys as it was on the top of my mind. I was just listening to a podcast by Alex Hormozi, one of my favorite podcast series. If you guys want to listen, it's called Gym Secrets, I believe, and it's by Alex Hormozi, and he talks a little bit about everything, but primarily business, but also self-development and just awesomeness. So this morning, he had a podcast that inspired me to kind of delve in actually a little bit deeper regarding what he was talking about, which is why he does not feel very emotional or does not get a very emotional trigger whenever his dad nowadays tells him that he is proud of him. And the reason for that is because his dad never really told him he was proud of him growing up, other than when he pretty much accomplished something. So now Alex Hormozi is a very successful man. And if his dad now tells him that he's proud of him for all of these things that he's done, Alex doesn't really feel a very strong emotional response to that and doesn't really appreciate it as much as maybe other people would. And he was thinking about why that is. And it's because, kind of compared to his mother, who did show him a lot of love and affection and kind of told him, how much she was proud of him just growing up, his dad was sort of the one to wait until he had accomplished things to then come to Alex and say, hey, good job, son. Like, you did it. You did it. And this just got me thinking about, so many of us, really, I want to say 99% of us, even though I don't know if that's statistically accurate, but so many of us just do not feel like we are enough. That's like a big thing that's, I feel, limiting us to being happy humans and living our highest potential and actually daring to go after the things that we want to go after, because we just don't feel like enough. We don't feel like we have enough. There's something in us that makes us feel limited. And it got me thinking about why that is. Why do we end up growing up feeling this way? And I think it has a lot to do with how we were raised. And if our parents never gave us any praise or acknowledgement until we had done something successful or quote unquote good, then we would always pretty much end up feeling like we'd have to prove ourselves worthy. Right? So a question you can ask yourself is, do you feel like enough just being who you are? Or do you feel at best when you really have done something that's, successful, quote unquote? Now, the obvious answer I feel like is obviously, we feel more successful when we have actually accomplished something. But I just feel like I'm starting to believe more and more that what success actually is actually just finding peace within ourselves and living the happiest, truest versions of ourselves. And that has absolutely zero to do with what we do. It has everything to do with who we are. I think it's very important in this day and age where pretty much everybody is competing to be the best of the best at everything, to recognize the best in people. So if we can verbally tell people how much we admire and respect them as humans before they've even done anything, we're letting them know that, hey, it doesn't matter what you do. You don't need to prove anything to me. I already appreciate, admire, and respect you for this, and this reason. Because think about it. If we don't hear that, and especially from our parents growing up, we're always going to feel like we need to do stuff to prove ourselves worthy. It's always going to be when we accomplish something, right? So we're never going to feel enough just for being who we are and pretty much just living life. And this is why so many of us go through life dissatisfied, and we're always searching and reaching for that next best thing. And while I think it's, of course, important to grow, I mean, I think that's what living is, and we do need to be striving for excellence and pushing our limits and making sure that we are doing things, stepping outside of our comfort zone and not just like sitting around. That's not what I mean. I just mean that we oftentimes just kind of move through life dissatisfied, right? In ourselves. Like we never feel like we're where we want to be. So if you had parents growing up that set very high standards for you and didn't maybe make you feel so great about yourself too often, know that it is not too late to change the way that you feel about yourself and that you do not need to go by their standards. We set the standards for ourselves in our life. And that is so hard because we are just so influenced by every other person around us, because what human life is, I mean, it's about connection and relationships with people. So of course we're going to pay attention to what other people think and what other people say, but just try to always bring it back to you. You know, everything starts right here in what you believe about yourself and not about what anybody else really believes about you. So in order to lift people up, to bring out the best in them, help them to see the best in themselves. And when working on yourself, honor, respect, and accept where you are right now in this life and practice telling yourself that you are enough. I'll just tell you right now, you are enough exactly for who you are. And this is something that I have worked on personally myself, that has actually brought up my happiness levels the more I work on it. I have a long way to go, but I definitely am more accepting and forgiving of myself, and in turn that has led me to do greater things, because I've kind of just surrendered that whole dissatisfied, I'm never going to be able to achieve it type attitude. Hope this inspired you guys a little bit. Right now, I gotta say my mom would actually not be proud of me because I have holes in both of the armpits in this shirt. This thing is so old. It's my pajamas, but I freaking love it. So kudos to you if you're the same type of person as me. You just hold on to your old pajamas forever because they're the comfiest ones that you have. And I hope you all have a fantastic Monday, a fantastic week. And let me know if you have any comments about this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Namaste.